But the thing the farm is famous for is the Yoshino cherry trees. In fact, I know what a tough row to hoe means because I had to get out there and hoe the rows of the cherry trees when I was young.
But Bill Fickling would have it no other way. The Fickling farm, it's where it all started when it comes to the hundreds of thousands of cherry trees that color Macon with beautiful pink bursts each spring.
The way that Yoshino cherry trees became so prominent around Macon is the story of, well, a happy accident. Mr. Fickling's grandfather wanted some pink dogwoods in his yard.
He hired a landscape company to landscape the property and plant dogwoods. Well, when the dogwoods bloomed in the spring, they were pink. They were not dogwoods.
Friends and family loved the beautiful trees so much they wanted to get some just like them.
He did not know what they were initially, but he made a trip to Washington, D.C. and saw all the beautiful trees blooming around the tidal basin. And that's when he learned that they were Yoshinos. I mean, he didn't know where to get them because they were planted in his yard by mistake. Nobody knows where they came from. That was surely an act of God, as it turned out.
So Mr. Fickling decided to start growing them for the community.
But he would take cuttings and root them and give them away to people in Macon.
Family friend Carolyn Creighton came up with an idea. She asked Mr. Fickling if he'd grow 10,000 cherry trees over 10 years to plant throughout Macon.
And Grandpa said, well, I don't know if I'm going to live another 10 years, so I'll give you 10,000 in 1 year, which he did. Carolyn thought that was so great. The next year she said, can I have another 10,000? And the year after that, can I have another? Can I have another? And so many hundreds of thousands of cherry trees were planted here by my grandfather.
And from that, the Cherry Blossom Festival was born.
Carolyn Creighton, again, wanted to thank my grandfather, for his generous gift to the city and the area. And so she had a celebration. It was very small at first, and that just grew and grew and grew, and it's become the large 10-day Cherry Blossom Festival that we had now.
Each year, March 23rd is included in the festival dates, and there's a good reason for that.
My grandfather kept a logbook for many years, but he kept the beginning bloom date, a record of the beginning bloom date, the average peak bloom date, and then the last date they bloomed for about a 10-year period. And we have records going about 20 years. So what that tells us is March 23rd is the average peak bloom date.
As it happens, March 23rd holds great significance for the Ficklings for another reason.
That also happens to be my grandfather's birthday, so we celebrate his birthday as well on the 23rd every year.
But when it's all said and done, cherry blossoms mean more than just beauty to Macon.
Gentleman from up north who came down and wanted to know if the cherry trees bore fruit, and he said it's a shame they don't have edible fruit, and they don't. They're a sterile hybrid. But the fruit of these cherries is also the motto of the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is love, beauty, and international friendship. So that's the fruits that these trees bear. And it's a wonderful fruit to bear, as you've mentioned, because Macon is a very loving and welcoming community, as epitomized by the cherry blossom trees and the festival.
A wonderful legacy that keeps bringing back the masses to Macon each spring. On the farm, I'm Greg Loyd.